morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. So today is the day for my iron infusion. My iron, the last 3 babies, this makes 4. I've had to have iron infusions done because my iron gets so low, and I've been on iron since the beginning of my pregnancy. I have dealt with issues with iron pretty much with every pregnancy, but it gets extremely low to where they just recommend infusions. So this is the first one. I only have to do 2, so I do it once a week. So the next week I'll have one. But yeah, so my husband's about to get in here with the kids, and then I'll talk to you guys when I get inside. Just like a little hospital room. Well, it is a hospital room. But yeah, so they'll start this stuff, and it's supposed to last for an hour. I know they're gonna put me on the monitor, but hopefully I won't have to change and stuff like that. But yeah. So baby. Phone recording today, so yeah, but we're about to do this. So I am done. It's only 30 minutes, so
yeah, because it's 86 and then it turns into
we just finished it.
yeah, so that's what.
Hey guys, so I am back home. It is 2:05 and I have to leave in about 30 minutes. Do I need to leave? No, I need to leave in 20 minutes. So I am making me a cup of coffee right now because I didn't have coffee this morning. I don't know what it is. I was telling my sister yesterday that it's almost like when I drink coffee in the mornings, it just gives me that high, and I drink decaf. That's what I've been drinking since I got pregnant. But and it's the Folgers. It could be that brand. I really don't know. But I'm gonna see if it affects me the same way as it does in the mornings. But I'll get that high to where I'm feeling a little bit of energy, and literally like an hour later, it'll just drop, and I just feel so weak and just so fatigued. So I had promised Cash and Joshua, because this morning when I got them up, they were giving me the hardest time to get them a shower. So I was like, oh my goodness. And the girls, they were just like, they didn't want to even get up. I'm like, look, shower or no shower, get your butts up and wash your face, get dressed so we can go out, because I have to be at my infusion by 10. Well, actually before 10. I have to be there at like 9:45 because I had to get registered, because they actually do the infusions on the 2nd floor in the hospital. So let me just give you guys a little recap of what's going on. So this is my 4th time having to do this with baby number 6, which was Cameron. My iron, like I was telling you guys, it didn't matter what I was taking. They had me on iron, and nothing was phasing it. It was not going up. It actually kept dropping down. So with Cameron around September, was it September? I'm trying to think, y'all. I'm trying to remember everything. It was around end of August, September. I was feeling very fatigued, and I told the doctor, because he was due the 3rd of, yes. What? Oh my goodness. Tell Joshua to come here. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, so I'm back. Joshua had said a bad word. And it was not like a bad word. Just a word that little 3-year-olds should not be using. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So it was around September. I talked to my OB, and I was like, look, I am super exhausted all the time, and something's just not right. So she figured that it must have been my hemoglobin that was low. So what she did was they did blood work, and of course it was like 6 point something, which was very, very low. So I had to do infusions. Thank you. I had to do infusions. Hold on, y'all. I could have just stopped the camera. I had to do infusions, and that was it. I did, I think, 2 or 3 rounds, and I was good to go. Huh? Hold on, baby. Hold on, Josh. Cash, hold on, sweetie. And so, ended up in, hey, what did I just say, little one? Okay, hold on. Boys, be quiet. So, everything went well. I never had to have a transfusion or anything with my C-section. And then I got pregnant with Joshua. It was the same issue. It was like 7 point something. Had to do iron infusions. Got pregnant with Cash. Okay, Joshua, you're not taking his. So with Cash, I had to do the same thing, and so with this baby, I had to do the same thing because it just drops. And so hopefully my energy level will start feeling a little bit better, because as of right now, I'm just not. Hold on again, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get this done. Yeah. So started that today, and I always feel just kind of, and it just may just be me, but I always feel like after the first one, kind of, I wouldn't say weak, but just a little nauseated. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, whatever, but they monitor the baby and stuff while we're doing that. So on that note, the reason I'm leaving out in 10 minutes, because now it's almost time for me to leave out, is I went to the doctor last week because I've been having issues with my nasal passages to where I'm so congested, and you guys probably hear it as well. I'm so congested all the time. I'm not sneezing or anything like that. No cold symptoms, just I can't hardly breathe, and it just feels like my nostrils are stopped up. With little Cashies, I was playing with him on the couch. This was about 3 weeks ago now. And he ended up and he headbutted me in the nose. And so, I was just, and I didn't think anything of it. And then my nose had started bleeding like days later. And so I was like, what in the world is going on? So for like a week, I was just having these little nosebleeds, but I just thought it was just in the pregnancy. So what I did was I ended up, and last week I called just to see, because I'm like, no, it's a humongous sore in my nose. Like it came like from up here all the way down here. I couldn't even touch. It was just that sensitive and hurt so bad. So what I did was I tried to make an appointment with my ear, nose, and throat, that, just to see, because I'm like, you know what? That's where my OB is going to end up sending me to anyway, because they just don't do that kind of stuff. And I said, let me just try. Well, they ended up and they said they could not get me in until the 18th. And so what I done was I said, well, let me just call my general doctor and see what they can do for me in the meantime. Maybe I can avoid that appointment period if she just checks me out and tell me that, oh, it's just this. Well, when she checked me, she said, it is just like bloody nastiness up there. She said, you have a humongous polyp. I don't even see how you're breathing. She said, you literally have this much space. So that's why you're having trouble breathing when you're sleeping, because I can fall asleep and I have to sleep. We have the adjustable base in our bed anyway. When we purchased our bed, we got the adjustable base because I wasn't pregnant at the time, but I figured, if I was to have any more, the adjustable base would work out good, because when you've had C-sections, you know that you're very, very sore for at least 2.5, 3 weeks. So that helps when you're maneuvering in and out of the bed and trying to sit up to nurse babies and stuff like that. So I sleep with it halfway up anyway. I done that with Cash because I have trouble when I'm just laying flat with my reflux, being pregnant, because I already suffer with that anyway. And so it was still not helping me. Okay, my baby. Gosh, oh my gosh. Say hello, friends. Say hello, friends. Say hello, friends. Oh my goodness, Cassie. So they ended up, and she said that I really, back to what I was saying, I'll fall asleep and then I'll just wake up and I'll feel like I have stopped breathing. And so what's happening is when you want to watch Thomas? Hold on, baby. When I'm waking up, hold on, you guys. Hey, guys. So when I'm waking up, I can't even swallow. It's like something's in the back of my throat and it's causing me. That's how I feel. And so I'm like, what in the world? So I have to get up out of bed because it scares me so much. And I have to try to do this nasty little clearing, honking, snorting thing just to see if it would help me swallow. And it doesn't. So I just immediately get up and I drink some water because I always keep water and ginger ale by my bed. And that seems to help. So I've been dealing with that to where it's like a blockage or something. And I feel like I just cannot breathe. And it scares me. And it always has. I immediately start like contracting after I have that to happen. And just, I can never get comfortable. And it happens so much. So I'm assuming that's what's going on. So that's why she recommended for me to be there. So I called and they actually were able to get me in today instead of the 18th. So I was like, thank you, Lord. God, you are so good, because it's just scary, because I just feel like, I don't know how I'll look when I'm sleeping. My husband said that I have started to where I'm snoring a little bit, but yeah, it's swollen because I typically don't snore. So, and snoring can have nothing to do with that anyway, what I'm going on, because you can be snoring and still breathe. So it's something deeper than that. So they'll check me out, and when I figure out what's going on, I will let you guys know. But it is pouring down raining now. So it's just appointments all day trying to get this mama right. It's supposed to be a thunderstorm, and it looks like it's going to be a bad thunderstorm. The wind is blowing pretty hard. But yes, so tonight for dinner I am doing fajita quesadillas. Yeah. There was a food truck that came to my husband's job on Tuesday. And when I was meeting him for lunch, he said, do you want to just try something? And I was like, not really. And so he got something, and they were amazing. So I'm going to just make that same thing. And it was very simple. It was like just fajita quesadilla. And that's what it is. It was really, really, really simple and easy. And I'm just going to do some chips and cheese and be done. So I'll see you guys back. Okay, guys. So I am here at the ear, nose, and throat. But let me tell you. So I was rushing, thinking I was late. Because my appointment, for some reason, I thought they told me 3 o'clock. So I was rushing. I got here literally like 5 minutes before 3. And so I was talking to the ladies. They were so sweet. And they're like, you do know that your appointment is not for a whole hour. What? $3.50. So she sent a message back there to his nurse and was asking, is there any way that you guys could get her in sooner? But so I'm just sitting here. I had to put my mask down. There's nobody but like one person. Oh, they're calling me back. Okay, guys, so I am back home. Now I'm gonna turn some heat on because I am chilly. Okay. The boys are down here with me playing, and the girls are upstairs as usual. So I'll tell you guys, appointment went well, so I'm happy about that. But I'll tell you about it while I'm starting to prepare dinner. because it is 4:45. I sat down for a little bit, chatted with my sister, and then I said, let me get up because I am exhausted, you guys. I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. 2 appointments in one day and all this ripping and running. Went to the grocery store. I'm exhausted. I really can just, I'm hungry, but I really could just go to bed. And I'm just wondering, like, should I just hold this off and make it tomorrow and just order pizza? 'Cause that's how I'm really feeling, y'all. I'm so exhausted. I am. So, but I'm gonna try to push through, make this, because a home cooked meal is always best. And yeah. So we are gonna do some little ice cream sundaes as well. But I'm gonna show you everything we got. So I told you that I'm doing fajita quesadillas. So I've got my peppers right here that they've already been washed. Got a red onion. I need to use the rest of that from when I made something. And so it's just half of one. I'm gonna dice that up, and then I have a regular yellow onion. I have this Angus beef strips of steak that we bought from Sam's Club 2 weeks ago. This is the meat that I'm using. I'm hoping that it's tender. I've never used that meat before, but I'm gonna slice it up and just saute it, and it should be good. So I've got salsa, cheese. I love this because to me it tastes like the cheese dip that you get at the Mexican restaurant. I've got the tortilla chips. I'm gonna make some lemonade. Of course, I went to a store that I'm not really used to going to. I went to Food Lion, so they didn't have a lot of stuff that I typically find at the stores that I go to, but it was just one right down the street from the doctor's office. So I got my fajita seasoning, which I always doctor that up. The remaining, I've got my sharp cheddar cheese, and I did the small little street tacos because I felt like with the kids, they're not going to eat a whole lot anyway. So I can make all 20 of these and cut them up, and they'll be good to go. So yeah, so for our little toppings, got some M&Ms and some cookies, some Oreo cookies, and of course Bluebell's ice cream. So yeah, so yes, I'm gonna set my camera up here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, got it on my tripod. So I'm gonna get to cutting up veggies and talk to you guys. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So wash my hands. So yeah, so went to the doctor. I ended up, remember I was telling you guys that my appointment was, I had a mix up with the appointment time, so I went early. But thank God I just stopped there about 10-15 minutes, and they went on and called me back, and the doctor came on in. I've never seen this doctor before. He was really nice. He checked me out, and he looked at my nose and stuff and just wanted to hear like the rundown of what was going on. And so he told me that I did not have a polyp in my nose, which was a good thing. He said that he asked me had I ever experienced this in previous pregnancies, and I said no. I would remember my husband, let him tell it. He says I have, but I'm like, whatever. I don't remember me ever having to go to ENT while pregnant. I just don't remember it, and I think I would remember a little bit better than he would. But anyway, went and he said that I had rhinosinusitis, pregnancy rhinosinusitis. He said it's a common thing in pregnancy. A lot of women suffer with it, and the only cure, there's no medication, because there is medication for rhinosinusitis, but he said in pregnancy there is no safe medication for it. He said the safest thing is to use saline, and that's it. He said, he told me the Flonase that they had put me on to stop using it because he said that that's what he feels like was contributing to my sore and swelling, because it was actually not helping, it was causing more swelling. Then he said that he felt like I have a little pregnancy sleep apnea. So he said none of these things will go away until after you deliver. He said, I'm sorry to have to tell you that you don't have much longer. But yeah, so that is what is going on. So I'm glad that I got checked out, but then I'm just like, ugh. So all he told me to do was just continue to use saline and to keep my nose moisturized, and use a little Vaseline for the sore that's in there, and just ride it out until baby girl gets here. So I'm like, well, I thank God that I don't have like a polyp that I have to, have a procedure and stuff, especially while I'm pregnant, or better yet, have to have something done after I have the baby. So I'm thankful about that. So that's a blessing. It's just that I just don't like the way my nose is doing. So yeah, so I don't have any more appointments this week, going into the weekend.